Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And I just caught CP's quick video about the closure of the Malco, DeWitt, Nebraska plant where these eagle grip pliers are made. This locking plier is arguably the best in the world. This one's a rebranded Snap-on, part number LP7WC for locking plier 7-inch with cutter. That's the cutter there. They make ones with flat jaws. They make ones with these curved jaws with the cutters in a couple of different lengths. But anyway, these are going to be no more. These particular pliers, unfortunately, genuine, made in the USA, were probably in response to their overseas made one. This one I believe was, that's Spain, yeah. And also the design was not that great. But the locking plier space is saturated. Milwaukee's got a bunch of offerings. Craftsman, I've got these are probably from the 1980s, ancient. They still work just fine. Pretty clunky, super slippery. I've got screw extraction ones from Japan, or from the engineers from Japan, or the jaws from Van Plier, and then the engineer that probably made them. Actually, these aren't out of Japan. These are made in another country. I don't remember which one. Their other pliers are made, I think, in Japan. Snap-ons, more Milwaukee's, of course, the original Vice grip. Anyway, and the price of the Eagle grip has always been on the high side. You're going to pay a bit for them compared to a lot of these others. In fact, the Knipex here, this giant 250 millimeter version, I saw on Amazon, not the greatest finish work, but for like $27. And that's crazy. And speaking of about $27, I wanted to highlight this while I'm here. This is the PB Swiss. It's a little stubby with a bit carousel in the top, comes with the bits. Right now, I always watch these because I love them. I use the heck out of that one. And I just got another 26 bucks. $26 with the PB Swiss bits in a nice stubby form factor. I'm going to actually be using this in a small kit, small kind of an EDC emergency tool kit. But they're great. 26 bucks. It goes up. I've seen them as high as almost $40, $39. But it goes up and down. But right now it says that there are 19 left and they're $26. So since I'm talking about buying stuff, well, might as well mention that. But anyway, the philosophy here, I guess I have to throw this in the category of why we can't have nice things. That if you look at a US made, possibly and arguably, well, according to Eagle Grip, let me just read that. It says, the goal of producing the best American-made locking handle products on the market. That was their goal. And they believe they succeeded, and I have to concur. I believe they did as well. Unfortunately, even though the plant was only 5 years old, they're closing it. I don't know if somebody's going to jump in and buy it and maybe keep producing them. But with the competition amongst all these other companies, that a lot of them use Taiwan or China as their manufacturer point, it's hard for an American company to compete if you want to actually have safe working conditions, and a living wage, etc. But why I'm making the video is because these are not elusive at the moment. Just imagine this says Malco on here. There are still some available. In fact, they're selling them on Amazon, and that's what I'm going to point you towards, because my guess is this is going to set the trend. Nobody is going to grab a hold of the locking plier and make a premium version again, is my guess. Which means this is your last chance to get this. So in years to come, everything will be measured off of what used to be, and this is what used to be, which is not used to be yet because they're still available for sale. Even the Malco website will direct you towards a couple of tool vendors, including Amazon, that have these in stock. And in fact, there's a whole line of different kinds of locking pliers. It isn't just this standard kind of vice grip shape. There are also clamp pliers, welding pliers, etc. But I love these things. They're solid. And I think it's important that if you ever wanted a pair now's the time. You can get the Malco online, but it will not be available. So while these others are in the $20-ish range, you're going to be paying upwards of, for the 7-inch, probably in the mid 40s, 40 plus or minus, and then in the 50s for the 10-inch. But this is probably the last chance until you see them on eBay for hundreds of dollars, because they just simply aren't available. But if you want the world's best locking plier in this kind of a form factor, now's your chance to get it before they're all gone. And with that, Doc out.